Hi, this is Curt and welcome to another edition of Fire Law Roundup.
Let's go to Nevada. This is the second one that we now have involving inmates in the wildland fire protection. I like watching Fire Country. I don't know if anybody else does, but this is Fire Country. This is inmates who are out with correctional officers and they're out fighting fires, right? And it's normally something saying, we don't think you're a flight risk. We think you've earned this. And it will help if you serve, will help you get out to the public. At least that's what I learned from the TV show Fire Country. I don't know if that's true or not, but in any event. And here we have, I'm surprised OSHA didn't get involved, frankly, but here we have wildland firefighters who are inmates who are not provided proper footwear such that they suffered second-degree burns to their feet and had blisters, etc., melting of the feet, socks, melting to the feet, right? Burn injuries. And yet the problem is they were being laughed at and mocked by the COs. So here, the ACLU picked up the suit. I'm not shocked, right? They should have, but the ACLU picks up the suit. $340,000 settlement here. And so the inmates get between like 25 and 50 or some odd $1,000 each, as this is divided up, probably based on the severity of their injuries and days and whatever. But here you go. How you treat your inmate firefighters matters. They have rights, and the ACLU, right, American Civil Liberties Union, picked this up on their behalf. And, you know, anyway, you treat people badly, you're generally going to get caught.
Yeah, this one, I thought it was interesting. And the challenge from a leadership perspective, you've got firefighters who now, with maybe very little extra training, are now supervising non-firefighters or people who are inmates, but now they've got minimal training. And there may be some suspicion that they are not all that dedicated to what's going on, and it may seem appropriate to ridicule them and their lack of ambition and finding excuses for why they can't do what they're instructed to do and all of those things. But at the same time, we can't be ignoring safety issues. And again, this one seemed to be limited to the footwear. I didn't see a heck of a lot, and also the attitude. But you know, it's a difficult. I'm glad I've never had to supervise an inmate crew.
And
although sometimes I felt like that, but
yeah. So we do often feel like parents, or but the one we had last time was maybe 2 months ago was the person who reported the drugs being
and that was one of those firefighters, and he felt his team was not they weren't deployable, that because of the drug use and some of the other things, he felt they were not deployable in a safe manner. He could not safely be deployed, and then he ended up getting himself in trouble. And you know, I think that what may be, as I was reading the case, what concerned me is that these supervisors of the team may have been under a lot of pressure to get them out on the line, and the supervisors say, well, you know, what do I do for footwear? What do we do for their protective gear? Well, here, and like, these are not safe. Get out there.
It's the ridicule that's, I think, the showing the intent that it wasn't because we didn't have proper footwear. Or maybe it didn't. It's that we didn't care.
Right. But I guess my concern is that the bosses of these folks may have been passing the same message down to them, and they really don't have any latitude. And like we saw, I think it was the California case where the supervisor was retaliated against for not deploying his people, that these folks, these supervisors may have felt like they'd be in the same boat, that we're going to be in trouble with our bosses if we don't get them out there, even though they have unsafe footwear. So again, it's speculating, but I think this case was not. Let's see, I believe it was only filed. It was filed earlier this year. It's not something that's been kicking around for a while. So the fact that the state rolled over on it so quickly, there's probably some merit to it. That would be my suspicion.